Hey YouTube, welcome back to 52 Weeks Friday. This should have gone up 2 weeks ago, but if you watched yesterday's video, yeah, it wasn't happening. But hopefully we're back on track, so let's just get into it. Okay, so the first challenge, week 1, was to drink more water, and I don't think I made it clear in the first 52 Weeks Friday video, but the challenge actually pertains to drinking water, H2O, not just staying hydrated, in which case sugar-free drinks, coffee, tea, milk, even food would count. This is literally about increasing your water intake, like straight out of the tap water. No, it doesn't have to be straight out of the tap, but hopefully you know what I mean. So it's a little hard because even though I only mostly drink water, I do have a couple of mugs of tea, a cup of coffee, maybe a soda throughout the day. So you want to keep a balance of increasing your water intake, but not so much so that you spend the day in the bathroom. But like I said in that first video, I could definitely stand to be more mindful of staying hydrated and specifically staying hydrated through increased water intake. So I did a couple of things to try to meet this challenge head on. The one place I seem to definitely lack proper water intake is at the gym. Of course, I do drink water during my workouts, but probably not enough. So I have been trying to be more conscious and aware of that, and instead of scrolling my phone between sets, I am reaching for the water bottle. So instead of drinking half a bottle of water during my workout, I am going through a full bottle of water. I do drink water first thing in the morning regardless because I have to take medication first thing on an empty stomach, but I am making it a point to finish said glass of water instead of just drinking enough to get my medication down. And I've also started to make it a habit to fill a water bottle instead of just having a glass of water on the go. I feel like when I'm drinking out of a glass throughout the day, I can't tell you whether I have drank 1 glass or 5, so this way it's visual. I know how much water I did or didn't drink. Plus, you can take it with you if you have to run errands or whatever. So it's also convenient and you always have water with you. Like the other day, I was stuck in traffic for 2.5 hours and I had a splitting headache from said traffic. And if I had just had some water to take some headache medication with, the time that I spent in traffic might have been slightly more tolerable. So one thing that I did when I was working, because I do find that when you're working, you can kind of get lost in it and forget to hydrate, which can contribute to tiredness and, like I said, headaches. Like, sure, maybe it's the work, or maybe it's that you haven't had a sip of water in 3 hours. Anyway, I would keep a water bottle at my desk, and every time that I had to get up for any reason to use the bathroom, get something from the printer, help a customer, I would have some water when I returned to my desk. It did have to be a conscious effort on my part, otherwise I could go hours without hydration, and I think that's the key here. Yes, our bodies certainly give us cues when we're thirsty, but by the time we get those cues, we're already thirsty and in mild dehydration. And I know for myself, when I am completely absorbed in something or I have a deadline, it can be really easy to miss those cues until a headache comes on. So ultimately, my thoughts on this challenge: like I said, other beverages and foods do contribute to proper hydration, and I think it is important to get some of that from plain old H2O. So if you're not drinking water, it might not be a bad idea to replace 1 coffee or tea or soda with a glass of water. But I think it's more important to be mindful of staying hydrated, particularly in certain situations, regardless of where that hydration is coming from, rather than worry about how much water you're drinking, so long as you're adequately hydrated. Now, of course, if you're not adequately hydrated, then you do need to be increasing your fluid intake, and water is, of course, the best way to do it. But again, I think it's more important to be hydrated than worry about where that hydration is coming from. So all of that being said, I am still going to continue to be mindful of my water intake because it does already make up a large portion of what I drink anyway. I know there are days that I don't drink enough fluid to keep me sufficiently hydrated, and I already drink a few cups of tea. I am good at 1 cup of coffee. I don't like juice, and I think 1 soda a day is enough for me, so I'm going to be reaching for water to ensure that I'm sufficiently hydrated. But like I said in the last 52 Weeks Friday video, I'm going to say it again in this video. I'll probably say it in every 52 Weeks Friday video. Read the book. I'm not an expert. I am not a nutritionist. This is just my experience and my opinion. The book does go into more detail as to why these challenges, like for example, water versus hydration, is important. So yeah, again, read the book. So initially when I thought of doing this challenge, I thought it would be like, this is what I did last week, this is what next week's challenge is, and so on and so forth. But now that I think about it, I am thinking what I should probably do is sort of very briefly, like really briefly, reiterate the previous week's challenges and if I'm still on top of it or have found any new approaches or insights to said challenge. So we'll see how that works in a few weeks. Let me know if you like it or if you think it's just too much information. Okay, so on to next week's challenge. Week 2, get more sleep. Oh, this is gonna be fun. If you're new here, go back a few videos. If you're not, then you know that I already struggle with this. I am the first to admit that my sleep habits suck. I don't stick to a regular bed or wake up time. My bedtime is whenever I fall asleep, and my wake up time is whenever the puppy needs to go out. I lay in bed scrolling through my phone until the wee hours of the morning, and sometimes, although much less often than I used to, I will lay in bed for an hour or more scrolling through my phone in the morning. Now, I've definitely been making changes to improve my sleep habits. Again, go back a few videos, but they're all bad habits that developed over time. So, although I've made some improvement, it will take time to eliminate these bad habits and replace them with healthier ones. So, I am actually looking forward to seeing what I can do over the next week to further break my bad habits or start building new ones. Getting more sleep and just overall improving my sleep habits is definitely something that I need to focus on. Will doing so make me healthier? Probably. Will it make me happier? Only time will tell. So yeah, that's it for this week's 52 Weeks Friday video. If you followed along with week 1, feel free to share your experience in the comments. And if you have any tips for improving your sleep, I am all ears and you know what to do with them. Leave them in the comments. So on that note, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please like and share. Don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the next 52 Weeks Friday video. And speaking of the next video, I will see you there. Bye.